Blue Hawks. You're listening to the Cynthiana Hardy's pregame show on WCYN Sports.
It's not fun being cold.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
The slightest injury.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Or wherever.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
United is? Well, it's a consortium of a combination of homeschoolers in the Lexington area. At least Bluegrass United is. They have these consortiums throughout the state, throughout the country, which joins together a bunch of homeschoolers to have different athletic teams. Back about 5 years ago, the KHSAA allowed these homeschool teams to participate in games against teams that are members of the KHSAA. For example, for Bluegrass United, they've got both the boys and a girls basketball team. They've got a cross-country team. They've even got soccer teams going on. Volleyball is also a big part of what they do. So you can tell that they are building programs as time goes along, and right now those 8 programs they have been very strong. In fact, this basketball team that we'll be playing tonight was originally recruited to be a volleyball team. So you'll notice the difference in between the two when you look at the heights of both Harrison County and Bluegrass United. But anyway, back to what Bluegrass United is. It's a combination of different homeschoolers, and this gives the kids who go to those homeschools a chance to improve their athletic skills or just to stay in shape or whatever you might have about it. So it's very well participated in by those kids that go to those particular home schools. But in any case, the leading scorer this year for Bluegrass United is Mia Preston. Preston is a sophomore who's averaging 14.1 points per game. She's the only Bluegrass United player averaging in double figures. As I said, Bluegrass United 11-10 on the year compared to Harrison County's 10-11. So one would think that this should be a very close game, and hopefully it most certainly will be. But Bluegrass United has some real size. I mean, across their front line, they go 5'10", 5'11", and 5'9". Yeah, that's a pretty tall order. So Harrison County's coaching staff, I'm sure, has drawn up a strategy that will counteract the size difference between Harrison County and Bluegrass United. Maybe take advantage of what I would say would be Harrison County would be a quicker team So, I don't know. Maybe we'll play a little more transition tonight just to make Bluegrass United's girls run. While we have this opportunity, let's take it back to the station to Pastor Ted Beam from First Methodist Church with tonight's pregame prayer.
Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your incredible love and grace to us. We thank you for your faithfulness. We thank you for your attentiveness to us. We thank you for how you've sent Jesus to come to live among us, to die on our behalf, that we could have our sins forgiven, that we could be born again, that we could be reconciled to you. We thank you for having him rise again. It is a tremendous thing that you've offered life to us, and we are grateful. We do thank you for the teams tonight, all the players, the coaches, the officials. Will you make this event tonight, this game, a wonderful time for these athletes, that they will learn more about sportsmanship, about teamwork, about making an effort, about working together, and just those lessons that they can carry with them throughout their lives. We ask you to protect them all from injuries, and that you will bless this in a wonderful way, that they will go home tonight knowing that they did their best and they're pleased with themselves for their efforts. We do ask you to hold them in the palm of your hand. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm Ted Beam, pastor of First Methodist Church in Cynthiana at the corner of Pike Street and Church Street. I hope you come worship with us this coming Sunday at 11 a.m.
Feed your farm with Southern States Gold.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
11 and 10 on the year, coached by Gavin Dewerson. At a guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 30, Mia Preston. Preston leads the Blue Hawks in scoring at 14.1 points a game. The other guard is Melora Malif. Malif, a 5'9" senior, averaging 9.2. The third guard is a Kendall Dewerson. Kendall Dewerson wears number 5. She's a 5'8" senior, averaging even 6 points a contest. One of the forwards is Marty Gordon. Marty Gordon, a 5'10" senior who wears the number 4. She's averaging 5.3. And if the other forward, a 5'11" 8th grader, number 00, Evie Willen. Willen averaging 2.4. So once again for the Blue Hawks, it'll be Preston, Malif, Dewerson, Willen, along with Marty Gordon. On the year, Bluegrass United averaging 44.6 points per game on offense. On defense, very stingy, giving up just 36.9 points a game. Now for the Harrison County Fillies, 10 and 11 on the year. At a guard, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Risa Heimlich. Heimlich has really come on over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Her average right now is at 2.3 points a game. And another guard is Harrison County's leading scorer, Keely Custard. Custard, a 5'6" senior who wears the number 21 and is averaging an even 15 points a game. At one of the forwards, Naomi Farrar-Laws. Farrar-Laws, a 5'8" sophomore who wears the number 20. She's averaging 4.4. The other forward is manned by Lauren Hicks. Hicks, a 5'6" senior. She wears the number 30, averaging 1.9 points per game, but close to 8.5 rebounds per game. And in the middle, a 6'2" junior, number 4, Alyssa Williams. Williams averaging 4.3. So once again for the Fillies, it'll be Risa Heimlich, Custard, Farrar-Laws, Hicks, and Williams. Harrison County offensively averaging about the same as what Bluegrass United is averaging, 44.1. And the Fillies, maybe not quite as stingy a defender as Bluegrass United, but still doing very good, giving up just 43.7 points per game. So there are your starters for tonight's ball game. As far as the history between these two schools, this will be the third time they've gotten together. They've split the first 2 games in the series, and both of those games were played here on the Hilltop, the first of which was back in January of 2024, so a couple of years ago. Harrison County lost that game 54-30, but then they played each other a year ago December, and in that game Harrison County won 53-27. So this is more or less the rubber match of the series so far between Harrison County and Bluegrass United. Other things going on across the campus of Harrison County. First of all, big time congratulations to our girls bowling team as they went over to Richmond on Sunday and came home with the regional title. So our girls bowling team will be participating in the state tournament, which will be held on Wednesday. Also on Tuesday, tomorrow, the individual competition for the bowlers over at the regional tournament at Richmond Galaxy. The Fillies will be back in action basketball-wise in Falmouth on Friday to take on Pendleton County. Right now, the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC presenting the colors. What we'll do is take a listen to the national anthem, after which we'll take a break and then come back for the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and Bluegrass United. But right now, let's bring you our Star Spangled Banner.
Presenting the colors tonight from cadets of the Harrison County High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Commanding tonight's color guard, carrying the U.S. flags, Cadet Major Destiny Bell. Carrying the Kentucky State flags, Cadet Senior Master Sergeant Arlen Watkins. And the guard, Cadet Senior Airman Tigger Bell and Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Isabella Delasso.
Monday and Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Prices, all their lumber and plywood.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For generations, our business has continued.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Well, do you have a big group to feed? The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235-SNAP. Jumping center for Harrison County will be Farrar Laws on the opposite side of the midcourt stripe. Marty Gordon for Bluegrass United as we're about to get this game underway in front of a fairly decent crowd here on the hilltop tonight. Tap is up and controlled by the Blue Hawks. With the basketball, Willen brings it into the front court, gives it off into the hands of Mollif. Mollif to the left side will find Duerson. Here's a shot put up, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Williams. Harrison County in their first possession comes down the floor. Pass to the left side to Risa Heimlich, back up top to Custard, long range. Man-to-man defense being employed by Bluegrass United right now, but now they'll settle back into a 2-3. Custard takes a look at the defense, now backs up, throws it to the far sideline to Hicks. Back up top to Custard. Custard directing some traffic, trying to find someone to get around this zone. Pass to the right side to Farrar Laws, up top to Custard. All this going on beyond three-point range. Here's a pass to the far hash mark to Heimlich. She'll get it back to Custard. She'll dish it inside to Farrar Laws, who puts it up and in. Give the assist to Custard. The points to Farrar Laws. And Harrison County takes the early 2-0 lead on that layup. A minute gone here in the first quarter. With the basketball in the front court at the top of the key is Preston. Preston gets it over to the far side. A pass in the paint to Gordon. Her shot from point-blank range is no good. Rebound put back, no good again by Mollif. And Harrison County will finally get the ball off of a turnover. Into the front court with the basketball come the Fillies. Williams in the paint, drops steps, goes to the basket. Shot no good, but she's fouled. And good offensive move that time by Williams will give her a chance to go to the line. Foul on Mollif. That'll be Mollif's first. Williams at the line this season, a 57% free throw shooter. Harrison County as a team hitting 60% of their free tosses. First free throw by the junior is good. As the lead for the Fillies extends to 3-0 with 6:25 on the clock. Second free throw for Williams is on the way and good as well. All right. Makes the score 4-0 in favor of Harrison County. Up the floor with the basketball will come Willen. Willen across the timeline, gets it on the wing. Now dribbles it back between the circles. And we're going to have an illegal screen set that time by Kendall Duerson. So on the turnover, give the ball back to the Fillies. Well, they've been here for Farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 to learn more. In the front court, Custard open for a three from the top of the key. Off the mark, no good. But Williams is there to grab the rebound. Now the ball gets away. Loose ball picked up by Farrar Laws. Skip pass to the elbow to Heimlich. She'll get it back inside the center circle to Custard, who will reset the offense. Beckoning for Heimlich to come closer. Now a pass to the right side to Farrar Laws. Back up top to Custard. Custard lobs the ball down on the baseline to Heimlich, but the ball is thrown away. Loose ball picked up by Bluegrass United. Into the front court come the Blue Hawks. Pass in the paint, knocked away. Loose ball, and we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow faces Harrison County's way. So 3 turnovers already for Bluegrass United on their 4 times down the floor. Farrar Laws will inbounds the ball from the nearly empty stable. She'll get it to Custard, who looks over to Coach Watson for the call of the play. Coming across the timeline, Custard to the top of the key to Hicks. Back to Custard. Lob down on the baseline to Farrar Laws. Farrar Laws is going to be tripped up as she headed baseline. That foul is going to be assessed against Mollif. That'll be 2 on Melora Mollif. First sub of the game coming in for Bluegrass United is Bella Hurt. Hurt, a 5'11 freshman who averages 4.5 points a game, played quite a bit of the JV game. Here's an inbounds pass to Heimlich, shot no good. Rebound is going to be picked up by Bluegrass United, and they finally get out of the trap. Well, it was Marty Gordon who had that. Into the front court with the basketball come the Blue Hawks. Pass to the far hash mark into the hands of Dewerson. Dewerson will in turn give the ball off to Willen, long range right side. Willen being guarded closely by Farrar Laws. Now makes her move inside the paint. Lobs it inside to Gordon. Gordon up and under move. Misses the shot though. And it'll be Heimlich who comes up with the rebound for the Fillies. Foul on Gordon as they came up the floor. Harrison County leading 4-0. 4:48 left to go in the first quarter. Custer will walk the ball up the floor and into the front court. Not a big surprise. This is a low-scoring game so far. Each of these teams averaging less than 45 points a game. In the front court, Farrar Laws skips a pass up top. Hicks chases it down. Now Lauren gets it between the circles to Custard. Custard lobs the ball inside to Farrar Laws. Her shot off the glass is good. Another assist for Custard. And 4 points here in the first quarter for Farrar Laws as Naomi has put her team up 6-0. 4:13 left to go in the first quarter. With the basketball, the Blue Hawks in between the circles. Dewerson has it. Dribbles over to the right side. Now he's in trouble, and the ball's knocked away. Body's hitting the floor, and we'll have another jump ball. This time the possession arrow faces the Blue Hawks. And now Coach Dewerson wants a quick timeout. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 3 minutes and 58 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Harrison County up 6-0. Well, like a good neighbor, Joe Cockman with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Fillies. Fillies will be back in action on Friday as we'll make the trip to Falmouth to take on Pendleton County in what will be a girl-boy doubleheader. The Fillies will play the first game at 6th. The Thoroughbreds will play after that. Just a week ago, well, a little more than a week ago, Harrison County hosted Pendleton County, and the Lady Cats won handily 59-31, a game that was tied at 23 at the half before the Lady Cats just completely took over in the second half. We'll have to get them back for that. Alrighty, out of the timeout. Blue Hawks with the basketball. Inbounding it will be Willen. Willen looking, gets it in the corner, now to Gordon. And now we're going to have a traveling call. So another turnover for the Bluegrass United Blue Hawks, and I'm sure that is not what Coach Dewerson drew up during the timeout. Up the floor with the basketball will come Custard, her team leading 6-0. Custard at the top of the key, moves inside the paint. A leaner from 10 is a little short, and the rebound pulled down by Gordon. Here come the Blue Hawks looking for their first points. Willen dumps the ball inside to Hurt. Hurt chases it down in the corner, guarded closely by Hicks. And now an up and under move. Shot's no good, but a foul is going to be called. I think they might have called it. No, they did call it on Hicks. That'll be Lauren's first personal foul. That will send Hurt to the line. Freshman looking for her first points of the night. 3:28 left to go in the first quarter. First free throw by the freshman is good, and the Blue Hawks are on the scoreboard. Makes the score 6-1. Second free throw by Hurt is going to bounce high off the back of the rim, no good. And coming down with the rebound will be Hicks. In the front court, a traveling call on Risa Heimlich. She was looking for Farrar Laws on the baseline, but somebody for the Blue Hawks had cut her off. Second turnover of the night for Harrison County so far. Gives the ball back to the Blue Hawks. Into the front court with the basketball will come Evie Willen. Willen stops in front of the stable, lobs it inside a little too high, but the loose ball is going to be picked up by Dewerson. Duerson in between the circles to Willen. Willen at the elbow extended, gets the ball up top and into the hands of Preston for a three. It's no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Blue Hawks. First up of the game coming in for Harrison County, Kaylee Banks. Banks, a 5'5" sophomore, averaging 5.8 points per game. Full court pressure being applied now by the Blue Hawks. 6-1 Harrison leads. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Custard into the front court to Hicks. Oh, and Hicks traveled, no call. Banks on the wing to Farrar Laws. Up top to Hicks. Back to Farrar Laws. She'll fire an open three. Bounces off the rim, no good. And coming up with the rebound is Willen. Into the front court come the Blue Hawks, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Lauren Hicks. She was trying to set up for the charge, but apparently did not get there in time. There'll be 2 personal fouls on Hicks. And once again, now going to the line this time will be Evie Willen. Willen's first free throw attempts coming up. First free throw is in and out, no good. Entering the lineup for Harrison County will be May Heimlich. May Heimlich, a 5'9" sophomore, averaging 1.6, says Hicks will have to have a seat with those 2 personal fouls. Second free throw is going to be good by Willen. Closes the gap to a score of, let's get it written down, 6-2. Into the front court with the basketball. We're going to have the ball knocked out of bounds by the Blue Hawks, so Harrison County will maintain possession. From just to the left of the Blue Hawk bench, Farrar Laws gets the ball inbounds to Custard. Custard moves between the circles, passes it to the left side to Farrar Laws. Back up top to Custard once again. Keeley bounces a pass into the corner to May Heimlich. May Heimlich trying to find someone to pass to, gets the ball to Farrar Laws. Up top to Banks, now to the far side. The ball's knocked away. Loose ball picked up by the Blue Hawks. Up the floor comes Bluegrass United. In the corner with the basketball, Duerson. Duerson fakes a three-point try, now moves back into the corner. Lost the ball, however. Just dropped it right in front of God and everyone. With the basketball, Harrison County in the paint. Runner put up no good by Williams. And we're going to have a tie-up. Now they're going to call a foul on Harrison County's Williams. That's not a very good call. That'll be Williams' first personal foul. The Del Paracutan Daily Lunch Specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan a visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Into the front court with the basketball comes Willen. Willen picks up her dribble near the timeline, lobs it in between the circles to Hurt. Hurt dribbles over to the far side where she'll hand the ball off to Duerson. Duerson to the near side, long range to Willen. Willen drives to the basket. Her shot might have been partially blocked. Rebound picked up by Willen. And now Willen will in turn give the ball to Preston. Preston back to Willen over on the far side. Willen drives baseline in between a gaggle of Fillies. She gets the ball down low to Hurt, and Hurt makes the shot. Bella Hurt brings her team back to within 2 at 6-4. After that layup, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Harrison up by 2. Williams lobs the ball this time to Custard. Custard in between the circles, backs up to reset the offense. Harrison County started out the game leading 6-0, but 4 unanswered points have been scored by the Blue Hawks. Farrar Laws to Custard, long range. Custard back to Farrar Laws in the paint. She gets the ball to Williams. Williams up and under move. Shot going to be called off because of a travel. Took 1 too many steps. So down by 2 with 29 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The Blue Hawks have the basketball. Willen brings the ball across the timeline on the far side of the circle. Now goes to the far hash mark. Gets to the top of the key to Duerson. Her three-point try is no good. And Custard will get the rebound for Harrison County. 12 seconds left to go. Here's a pass in the corner to Banks for a three-point try. Too long. And the rebound is going to be picked up by Duerson. And now, just before the end of the first quarter, they're going to say that Duerson stepped out of bounds. So the Phillies have 1.7 seconds to go 3/4 of the length of the floor as they'll be inbounding it at the hash mark just to the right of the stable. Inbounding it will be for our Laws. Gets the ball to Custard. Custard's shot with no much time left is going to be, Custard's going to be fouled and will go to the line for two. Assuming it's a shooting foul, which I think is a good assumption. Custard on the year, an 82% free throw shooter. Try to make it a 4-point game if she can make both of these free throws. No, the foul is on Willen, her first. Custard also looking for her first points of the game. And boy, you talk about pressure. You know, you take everybody off the lane, and everybody's just watching you. But Keeley's got ice water in her veins. Makes the first one. And we'll have a second one coming up. Makes it 7-4 now, presently. And the second free throw is no good. So at the end of 1/4 of play, your score, Harrison County 7 and Bluegrass United 4. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Anyone die?
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Leads Bluegrass United 7-4 and will have the ball to begin the second quarter. For over 70 years, Weber's Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Banks with the basketball, gets it to Farrar Laws, back to Banks, in the paint to Custard, down low, finds May Heimlich, who puts it up and in. Another assist for Custard, and May Heimlich's first points of the game. Harrison County now takes a 9-4 lead in the early moments of up and in. First points of the game for Marty Gorman. Brings her team back to within 3 at 9-6. 7:15 left to go in the first half of play. There's a pass down the baseline to May Heimlich. May, no look pass to Custard. Her 10-footer is no good, but Williams is there for the rebound. Shot put up on the putback try is also no good, and now we're going to have a foul on Harrison County's May Heimlich. The May's first personal foul. So down by 3. Bluegrass United with the basketball. Can tie the game with a tray. Across the timeline comes Willen. To the top of the key to Gordon. Gordon drives to the basket. Her shot off the glass is good. 4 points now for Marty Gordon. And a quick timeout called by Harrison County, as they've seen their one-time 6-point lead drop down to just 1 with 6:45 left to go in the first half of play. So write that down for future reference. Also want to remind everyone that Cynthia Hardee's wants you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardee's in Cynthiana. Bluegrass United a little late getting started, it seemed like. But after not scoring for the first 4 minutes of the first quarter, In the last 6 minutes, they've scored 8 and are back to within 1. Out of the timeout, Harrison County with the basketball. Inbounds pass comes to Custard. Custard jogs the ball into the front court on the far side of the circle. Moves to the top of the key, now to the far hash mark for our loss. Back up top to Custard. And now we're going to have an illegal screen set by May Heimlich. So 2 quick fouls on Heimlich. And the ball goes back into the possession of Bluegrass United, who is now down by just 1. Cross timeline comes Willen. Willen lobs the ball to the foul line to Hurt. Hurt goes baseline, puts up a 10-footer, bounces off the back of the rim, but then Hurt gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no good, but she's fouled. Go to the line for 2. Hurt 1 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. 6:21 mark on the scoreboard. First free throw is bouncing off, no good. Risa Heimlich will now check back in for May Heimlich. So May Heimlich and Lauren Hicks each with 2 fouls apiece. Second free throw upcoming for the freshman Hurt, trying to tie the game. Her second free try is good. She now has 4 points into the game. Returning for Bluegrass United, Melora Malif, who picked up 2 quick fouls earlier. So Bella Hurt ties the score at 9-9. Up the floor and into the front court come the Fillies. Custard with the basketball. Lobs the ball into the corner to Risa Heimlich. Tries a pass inside, knocked away. And the loose ball was last touched by Harrison County. That gives us now 6 turnovers in the game. The same number as Bluegrass United. So now the Blue Hawks a chance to break the tie and take their first lead of the ball game. Across the timeline comes Willen. Lobs the ball inside, a little too high for anyone to reach. So one turnover begets another, and the Fillies get the ball back. The live YouTube broadcast of this game is proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports. Custard to Farrar Laws in the paint to Williams. Ball's knocked away. The loose ball picked up by Bluegrass United. With the basketball, Malif. She'll hand it off to Willen to the left side. A 3-point try by Preston is good. Mia Preston with the long-range tray. And for the first time in the ball game, the visitors from Bluegrass United have the lead at 12-9. 5:22 left to go in the first half, and now Harrison County throws the ball away again. It's become contagious. Timeout called by the Fillies. It's going to be a full timeout. 5:20 left to go in the first half. Your score, Bluegrass United 12, Harrison County 9. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
12-3 run to take what was at one time a Harrison County 6-0 lead and turned it into a 12-9 lead for the Blue Hawks. And out of the timeout, which followed a turnover, Bluegrass United has the ball. Here's a lob to the top of the key to Gordon. Gordon inside, flashing to the basket, but missing this shot is Malif. Another shot put up no good is going to be brought down by Bella Hurt, who misses a shot, and Keely Custard comes up with the ball. But now Harrison County misses a shot themselves. Loose ball picked up by Holly Rice, who's in the game. Rice, a 5'5 sophomore, averaging 2.2. Now a 3 from the top of the key is good. It's going to be by Duerson. It'll be Duerson's first bucket. Nope, they're going to say it was just a 2. But still, 14-9 is your score. And now another turnover for Harrison County gives the ball back to the Blue Hawks. With the basketball in between the circles is Moliff. Drops the ball. Loose ball picked up by Custard. And as Custard throws the ball down the floor, she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be called against Gordon. That'll be her first. Coming in for Harrison County for the first time, Annika Daly. Daly, a 5'4", 7th grader, averaging 4.8 points a game. Up the floor with the basketball comes Custard, her team down by 5. Midway through the second quarter. Custard drives between a couple of Blue Hawks. Now gets the ball up top to Banks. Banks tries a pass down the baseline to Daly, and as Daly goes towards the basket, she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be whistled against Bella Hurt. That'll be Hurt's first personal. Duerson will check back into the ball game now for the Blue Hawks. Coming in for Moliff. From her own baseline, Farrar Laws gets the ball to Custard, who fires a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, though, is going to be chased down by Farrar Laws. She'll get it to Daly in the paint to Williams. Williams' hook shot is going to be partially blocked, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Sophie Willen, who's in the game. Sophie Willen, a 6-foot senior, averaging 1.3. Now here's a pass at the top of the key to Sophie Willen, and she's going to be fouled by Williams. And Alyssa becomes the third Philly with 2 personal fouls. Coming into the game will be Camille Hatfield. Hatfield, a 5'10 senior, averaging 1.1. And you really need her to pick up her game with foul trouble. From the far hash mark, the inbounds pass will come to Rice. Rice, guarded by Farrar Laws, hands the ball back to Duerson. On the left side, long range, Bella Hurt. Hurt looking for someone to pass to. Finally gets it to the top of the key to Sophie Willen. In front of the Harrison County bench, Duerson has it now. Duerson tries a pass down low, double teamed, and now she throws it into the backcourt. And it's going to be over and back. So Harrison County will get the basketball. That makes 9 turnovers now for Bluegrass United. 3:17 left to go in the first half. Bluegrass United leads 14-9. From her own baseline, Farrar Laws trying to get the ball to someone who can put it in the basket. But first, coming back in the game will be Evie Willen, or Evie probably, Evie Willen back in the game. Farrar Laws lobs the ball up top to Custard, now to Daly long range. Daly back to Custard on the near side of the midcourt circle, directing a little traffic. Now we'll go to the top of the key and pass the ball to the far hash mark. Hatfield finds Banks underneath the basket, and the ball rolls in. Give the assist to Hatfield, the basket to Banks, and Harrison County is back to within 3 at 14-11. 2:50 left here in the first half. And now ball's knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. From her own baseline, Evie Willen will try to get the ball in bounds. She does to Sophie Willen, who banks in a shot. And Sophie Willen will have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play. First basket for Sophie Willen. Makes the score 16-11. And now a chance, as I said, for the old-fashioned 3 with 2:47 on the clock here in the first half. Her free throw is way off the mark, no good. So give the ball back to Harrison County. Down by 5. Matches their largest deficit of the game after leading by as many as 6. Across the timeline comes Custard. Moves to the top of the key, lobs to the foul line to Hatfield. Turnaround jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down this time by Hurt. Up the floor quickly, Evie Willen puts up a shot, no good. Rebound on the floor is going to be chased down by Farrar Laws. Farrar Laws in the front court. Shot put up, no good. Daly gets the rebound, knocked down, no call. And this time, bringing down the rebound will be Hurt. She has 4 rebounds in the first half. Wide open left side for a 3, and draining it is Mia Preston, her second tray of the game. And Mia Preston has given her team its largest lead at 19-11. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. We need a bucket in the worst way here. Custard at the left elbow nearly traveled. Now she actually did travel. So give the ball back to Bluegrass United as our team just kind of fell apart all of a sudden. Maybe it was because of the combination of players on the bench and foul trouble, but we're not playing with the same efficiency we played with the first 4 minutes of the game when we built that early 6-0 lead. We need to find that magic back. With the basketball, Evie Willen gets it to the foul line to Sophie Willen. Sophie Willen back to Evie Willen. Her shot's no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be called on Hatfield. That'll be Camille's first. And send Evie Willen back to the line where she's 1 for 2. First free throw this time is off the mark. 19-11 remains the score with 1:39 left to go in the first half. Second free throw is on the way, and this one will be good. Evie Willen gives her team a 20-11 advantage. With 1:39 left in the first half. With the basketball, Banks. Banks pass to Daly on the far side. Back up top to Banks once again. Banks back to the far side to Daly. Tries a pass. It's going to be knocked away, but the loose ball picked up by Custard. Her putback is good, and she's fouled. Banks it in. And Keeley with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play herself. That basket makes it 20-13. With 1:20 on the clock. Custard's free throw is no good. That's 2 misses out of 3 chances she's had. Rebound pulled down by Sophie Willen. And the tie up. But it's going to be the Blue Hawks basketball. 1:17 left on the clock now in the first half. Harrison County down by 7. They've trailed by as many as 9. Across the timeline comes Evie Willen. Evie has the ball knocked away by Farrar Laws, and they're going to call a jump ball. I guess that is what they're calling. A lot of contact in there for just a jump ball. Luckily, the possession arrow faces Harrison County's way. Each team now with 10 turnovers here in the first half as we reach the minute mark of the first half. And between the circles, Daly nearly threw it away, but Hatfield picked up the loose ball. Pass to the top of the key to Banks. Banks back out top to Daly. Daly, a pass into the paint to Custard. Her shot's no good with 48 seconds left, but she's going to be fouled. Foul this time is going to be on Hurt. That'll be Hurt's second. So each team has 3 players with 2 fouls apiece. Custard 1 for 3 from the line. First free throw here is good. It'll edge the Fillies a little bit closer at 20-14. Second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Farrar Laws with a putback. It's no good, but she's fouled. And we'll go to the line for 2. That foul is on Sophie Willen. That'll be Sophie Williams first. Farrar Laws at the line for the first time tonight. On the year, a 57% free throw shooter. First one's on the way and good. Back in the line, Molliffe returns for Bluegrass United. It's Harrison County edging back closer and closer. Now trail 20-15 with 46 seconds left. Second free throw is no good. We keep missing free throws. Up the floor with the basketball comes Molliffe. Molliffe gets the ball down low to Evie Willen. Her shot's no good, and the ball is going to go out of bounds off of the lady, or not the lady, but rather the Blue Hawks. Harrison County gets the ball back, down by 5. 36 seconds left to go in the first half. Across the timeline comes Daly. Daly To the top of the key to Banks. Back between the circles to Daly. Back to the near side to Banks. Long range. Banks steps inside the arc. Now gets it up top to Daly for a three-point try. No, didn't even bad the rim. Bounces out of bounds. So give the ball back to the Blue Hawks with now 18 seconds to go. They'll have to go the length of the floor, but 18 seconds is a lot of time. Inbounds pass comes to Evie Willen. Evie Willen across the timeline. Now dribbles over to the left side, long range. With 10 seconds left, lobs the ball to the top of the key to Sophie Willen. Sophie walk, no call. Here's a three put up by Mollif, no good. Put back, no good. And that is the way that the first half will end. With your score, Harrison County trailing the visiting Bluegrass United Blue Hawks 20-15. We had one tie and one lead change in that first half. We invite you to join us now for our halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from this first half of play from here on the hilltop. Right after this, but once again, your halftime score, Bluegrass United 20, Harrison County 15. You're listening to Philly basketball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Starts as a nagging.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Now the Bluegrass United by a score of 20-15. The Fillies jumped out of the gates quickly, scoring the first 6 points of the game. But then that's when the Empire struck back, as it were. The Empire being Bluegrass United, as they went on what would end up being a 12-3 run that put them up 12-9 at the time. They were able to extend that lead to as many as 9 at 20-11. But Harrison County able to shave a little bit off of that and now trail by just 15. Taking a look at the individual numbers for Bluegrass United, they're led in scoring by a couple of players with 6 points apiece, both Marty Gordon and Mia Preston. Preston's 6 coming on a couple of trays. 4 points were scored by Bella Hurt, and a couple of points as well for both Evie Willen and Sophie Willen. Also getting into the game but not scoring, Melora Malif and Kendall Dewerson, as well as Holly Rice. Meanwhile, the Fillies are paced by Naomi Farrar-Laws, who has 5 points here at the break. Keely Custard has contributed 4 points. And then 2 points apiece for Alyssa Williams, May Heimlich, and Kaylee Banks. Also playing but not scoring, Risa Heimlich, Lauren Hicks, Annika Daly, and Camille Hatfield. Both teams in a little bit of foul trouble, as both teams have 3 different players with 2 fouls apiece. We'll have to see how the coaches deal with those issues in the second half. We'll take a break right now, come back and talk about the team stats right after this. You're listening to Philly Basketball, and more specifically, the halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran at State Farm on WCYN Sports.
Feed your farm with Southern States.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing
Dreaming
your
of the
farm,
perfect home.
expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
5 out of 19, that's 26.3%. They fired up 5 3-point tries, but missed all 5. Meanwhile, Bluegrass United, 7 of 20, that's 35%. They attempted 6 trays and did make 2 of them. Both teams suffered from the free throw line. The Fillies making just 5 out of 9 for 55.6%, while Bluegrass United was successful just 4 of 9 times. That's 44.4% from the charity stripe. Each team committed 10 turnovers in the first half, so that statistic pretty much a wash. And Bluegrass United out-rebounded Harrison County in the first half, 16-10. 5 offensive and 11 defensive rebounds for the Blue Hawks. They were led in rebounding by Bella Hurt, who has 4 boards here at the break. Meanwhile, for the Fillies, they had 4 offensive and 6 defensive boards. They were led in that stat by a couple of players who had 3 rebounds apiece, that being Alyssa Williams and Naomi Farrar-Laws. So there's your halftime stats, and it gives you kind of a color of why this game is the way it is, with the visiting Bluegrass United Blue Hawks leading by a score of 20-15. We invite you to join us now after the break, when we'll serve up the third quarter handoff. Right after this, you've been listening to the halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran at State Farm on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
About the boys
At
down
Farm
at
Credit
Poindexter.
Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Because of this love,
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
We make customer service medical equipment needs, from oxygen to bathroom safety and everywhere in between. Call us today to speak to a real person instead of a machine. We're here to help. People you know, service you can trust. Sorrel Home Medical Equipment, serving all of Central Kentucky.
Well, as we start play here in the third quarter, Bluegrass United turns the ball over in their first possession. Now Harrison County with the ball. Farrar Laws in the paint to Custard. Custard forces up a 12-footer. It's no good. Rebound pinballed around, and finally coming up with it will be Farrar Laws. Passes it back out top to Banks, to Farrar Laws, back to Banks. Skip pass down underneath the basket to Hicks, who lays in. Give the assist to Banks, the points to Hicks. And Harrison County is back to within 3 at 20-17. 7:16 left to go in the third quarter. In the front court with the basketball, Dewerson. Dewerson lobs it inside to Evie Willen. Willen guarded by Hicks, and now we're going to have a charging call on Evie Willen. That'll be her second personal foul, and Bluegrass United, in its first 2 possessions of the second half, has come up empty because of turnovers. Well, you have a big group to feed. The Beast Pizza is great for birthdays and parties. Just dial 235-7627 right now. That's 235. Snap across the timeline comes Banks. Stops at the top of the key, gets the ball to Farrar Laws. Back to Banks, now to Custard in the paint. Down low, finds Hicks. Her shot's no good. Lots of contact, no call. Where was the foul? Rebound pulled down by Gordon. And into the front court comes Bluegrass United. A 3-point try by Dewerson is no good. And now we'll have a jump ball call on the rebound. Possession arrow faces Harrison County's way. Fillies trailed by as many as 9, but have scored 6 in a row to get the deficit back down to 3. With the basketball across the timeline comes Banks. Banks stops at the top of the key, gets the ball to Farrar Laws. Back to Banks, lobs it on the baseline to Hicks. Skip pass up top to Farrar Laws. Back up top to Banks. Fires a 3 for the tie. Got it! Kaylee Banks with her first Joe Cochran at State Farm 3-pointer of the day. And Harrison County has tied the score at 20-20. 6:16 left to go in the third quarter. Here's a 3 fired up, no good by Bluegrass United, and Custard brings down the rebound. Harrison County with a chance to take the lead. Hicks from 12 feet away bounces off the rim, no good, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Harrison County's Williams. That'll be Alyssa's third personal foul, and Camille Hatfield will re-enter the game. Kind of unusual for Alyssa to be in foul trouble. Doesn't happen that often. With the basketball and the score tied 20-20 is Bluegrass United's Evie Willen, and Evie Willen double dribbled, sure did. Had a kind of a brain spasm there, didn't know whether to pass the ball or dribble on, and instead did neither or either. Back in the game, Holly Rice returns for Bluegrass United as Evie Willen will have a seat. Harrison County with the ball and a chance to retake the lead. Remember, early in the game, they led by as many as 6. Banks gets the ball to Farrar Laws. Farrar Laws pass down low to Hicks. Forces up a shot between the double team. No good, but she's fouled. She's been hammered a lot harder than that. That's a makeup call there. Mia Preston picks up her first personal foul. Hicks at the line for the first time tonight on the year, a 40% free throw shooter. At the 5:43 mark of the third, her first free throw is perfect. There you go. Back in the game, Sophie Willen returns for the Bluegrass United Blue Hawks. Harrison County up by 1. And trying to make it 2 is Hicks. Her shot is no good. And coming down with the rebound this time is Sophie Willen. Her team is down by 1. With the basketball at the top of the key, Rice gets it into the hands of Dewerson. Over on the left side, long-range Gordon. Gordon pitches the ball on a backdoor cut. The shot's put up no good by Preston, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. Good offensive board work that time by Mia Preston, which will give her team the lead back at 22-21. 5:13 left to go in the third. Banks with the basketball at the top of the key to Farrar Laws. Skip pass to the far side to Custard at the hash. She'll get it back between the circles to Banks. Now to the left side to Farrar Laws. Back to Banks between the circles. Banks fires a three-pointer for the lead. This one a little bit short. No good, but racing down the rebound will be Custard. Custard to Banks to Farrar Laws. Back to Custard from the corner for 3. Got it! Keely Custard with the Joe Cochran at State Farm three-pointer. And Harrison County seesaws back out in front, 24-22. Now we need a defensive stop, girls. 4.5 minutes left to go in the third. On the far side, long-range Gordon has it now. Gordon lobs the ball between the circles to Sophie Willen. Sophie Willen, in turn, will get the ball to Rice. Rice guarded closely by Farrar Laws. Now goes in front of her own bench where she'll hand the ball off to Preston. Over on the left side, Gordon long range being guarded by Hatfield. She'll get it to the top of the key to Dewerson for a 3. Short. Rebound picked up and put back up. No good this time by Sophie Willen. But then on the ensuing rebound, we're going to have a foul called on Bluegrass United. That'll be against Rice, her first. So Harrison County with a 2-point lead and the ball. 3:57 left to go in the third quarter. Custard will walk the ball up the floor and into the front court. Harrison County showing a whole lot more energy and effectiveness in the third quarter than we saw in the second quarter. For our Laws in the paint to Banks. Banks double team, forces up a shot, blocked. Rebound on the floor, still being pinballed around, and finally Custard comes up with the loose ball. Goes down to the basket, her shot's no good, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Preston. Preston into the front court, gets the ball to Rice. Rice in between the circles, drifts to the left side, long range. Her team down by 2, she'll get the ball down to the block. Against the triple team, forces up a shot, no good. Rebound pulled down, however, by Sophie Willen. Her putback is no good, but she's fouled. So Sophie Willen back to the line where she's 0 for 1. Can tie the game up if she can make both these free throws here with 3:12 left in the third quarter. First free throw by Sophie Willen is off to the right. No good. Back in the game, Evie Willen will return. She'll come in for Holly Rice. Second free throw upcoming for Sophie Willen, trying to make it a 1-point deficit if she is successful. Free throws on the way and no good once again, but the rebound's going to be pulled in by Evie Willen. She'll get it up top to Preston for 3. Got it. Mia Preston's third tray of the game, and that will put the lady or the Blue Hawks back out on top, 25-24. It's our fifth lead change of the game. Custard up top for a 3. Got it! Keely Custard with a long-range Joe Cochran at State Farm three-pointer. And Harrison County has gone back on top, 27-25. 2:38 left to go here in the third quarter. With the basketball, Preston tries a handoff, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Banks. Banks in the front court, foul line, jump shot is off to the right, no good. And the rebound is going to be pulled in by Marty Gordon. Into the front court with the basketball is Dewerson. Dewerson to the foul line to Gordon. Gordon drives to the basket, and as she does, she's going to be fouled by Hicks, and that'll be Lauren's third personal. So Hicks and Williams each with 3 fouls apiece for Harrison County, and no one has more than 2 for Bluegrass United. Going to the line will be Marty Gordon, her first trip there tonight. At the 2:11 marker, first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good, as the free throw struggles continue for both teams. Back in the game, Bella Hurt returns. Also for Harrison County, Risa Heimlich will check back in. Second free throw upcoming for Gordon. Right now her team down by 2, and it's down by just 1 at 27-26. Up the floor with the basketball come the Fillies. Banks near the top of the key, gets the ball to Custard on the far sideline. Custard floats the ball inside to Hicks, who puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Give the assist that time to Custard. The points to Hicks, and Harrison County back up by 3, 29-26. 1:43 left to go in the third quarter. Now going to the basket, Evie Whelan misses the shot. Rebound, though, picked up by Hurt, and it spins out of the basket. Goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by the Blue Hawks. I mean, that ball had so much English on it, it just couldn't go down the hole. So Harrison County now up by 3 with the basketball. A little full court pressure being applied now by the Lady Hawks for the first time. Banks gets the ball into the front court to Hicks in the corner to Custard. Her three-pointer is no good, and the rebound is going to be pulled in by Hurt. Up the floor comes Evie Whelan, bounces the ball off of her knee and out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Harrison County, but it looked like it was off of the Bluegrass United Blue Hawks from here. May Heimlich will check back in now for Hicks. 1:09 left to go in the third. Harrison County leads 29-26, but the Lady Hawks have the ball. From her own baseline, Evie Whelan looking, lobs it in the paint. Shot put up, no good by Marty Gordon, and Risa Heimlich will grab the rebound. Risa has done so much better over the last few weeks of the season, really coming to her own on her senior year. Custer with the basketball this time in between the circles with 51 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Harrison County leading by 3. They trailed by 5 at the half, and in fact trailed by as many as 9 late in the second quarter before making this big drive. With the basketball, Risa Heimlich to Banks in the paint to Custard. Custard down low to Farrar Laws in the corner, finds Risa for a 3. No! And the rebound is going to be pulled in by Hurt. 26 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Down by 3. Here come the Lady Hawks. With the basketball between the circles is Whelan, that's Evie Whelan, has the ball back tapped away from behind on a nice defensive play by Banks. Custard chases down the loose ball, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow will give the ball back to the Blue Hawks with 12 seconds left in the third quarter. That's Harrison County's first turnover of the third quarter. Hatfield back in now, replacing May Heimlich for this final shot. Possibly attempt by the Blue Hawks. Inbounds pass comes to Whelan, Evie Whelan. Evie picked up by Farrar Laws. Dribbles over to the left side, long range near the hash mark with 5. Picks up her dribble, lobs it inside. Loose ball picked up, and at the buzzer, Bella Hurt. Nope, they're going to say the shot was after the whistle. So at the end of 3-year score, Harrison County 29, Bluegrass United 26. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Gather together and decide that the last second shot by Bella Hurt was not released in time, so the score will remain 29-26. Well, they've been here for farmers since 1916, and they're here for you now, Farm Credit Mid-America. Contact Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 and learn more. Harrison County will have the ball to begin the fourth period as well. Inbounds pass will come to Banks. Banks in between the circles. Stops, gets the ball to Custard on the left side in front of her own bench. Back up top to Banks. Banks back to Custard in the paint. A hook shot from 10 feet away is no good. Rebound put back, no good by Hicks. And it's Evie Willen who will come down with the rebound. The front court with the basketball is Willen. And the ball's knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Harrison County. Into the front court comes Farrar Law. She'll get the ball to Banks. Banks stops, double team. Gets it back to Farrar Laws in the corner. Up top to Custer. Now to Banks for a three-point try. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Hatfield. And Hatfield almost lost it out of bounds, but is able to save it and get it to Custard. Custard goes inside the center circle to reset the offense. Her team leading 29-26. A minute gone in the fourth quarter. We've had 2 ties and 6 lead changes. Banks in the paint will find Hatfield. Her shot's no good. And Willen will come down with the rebound for the Blue Hawks. Up top with the basketball, Evie Willen. And now a travel will be called on Molliffe, who took an extra step. 7 second half turnovers for Bluegrass United compared to just 1 for the Fillies. Checking back in for Harrison County, Alyssa Williams. Well, like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Birds and Fillies. Custer gets the ball to Banks, long range, now to the right side to Farrar Laws, back up top to Banks, back to Farrar Laws. Farrar Laws lobs the ball down low to Hicks. Her shot's no good, but a foul is going to be committed by Evie Willen. That'll be Willen's 3rd personal foul. Hicks 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Has 5 points altogether, but strangely just a couple of rebounds. First free throw's on the way, and perfect. All right, Lauren. Big free throw there, puts her team back up by 4, 30-26, with another one coming with 6:34 to go. Second free throw is also good. 7 points now for Lauren. Harrison County's lead, 31-26. Into the front court with the basketball comes Evie Willen. Evie Willen on the baseline to Gordon. Gordon gets it down low. Shot put up no good. But Gordon is going to be fouled and will go to the line for 2. Foul's going to be called. Oh, man. Foul's on Hicks. And that'll be 4 on Lauren Hicks. Gordon 1 for 2 from the line today. Senior with 7 points. Came in averaging 5. First free throw try is good. Risa Heimlich will check back in for Hicks. Second free throw for Marty Gordon is also going to be good with 6:22 left. Score now 31-28. Harrison County still in the lead, but it's a precarious one with 6:22 on the clock. Up the floor with the basketball comes Banks. Banks gets it over to the far side to Risa Heimlich. Back up top to Banks. Banks, a bounce pass in the paint to Custard. Triple team, gets it back out top to Banks. Back to Custard at the foul line. Jump shot, good. Nice give and go that time between Banks and Custard. Custard now with 12 points. Harrison County back on top 33-28. 5:51 left to go in the ball game. With the basketball on the right side, Malif. Malif drives into the paint, spins around, maybe walked, gets the ball to Evie Willen in between the circles. Evie now will drive to the left elbow in the paint. A floater is no good, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Banks. That'll be Kaylee's first personal foul, but we'll send Evie Willen back to the line where she's made 2 out of 4. 8th grader. 5'11". Oh, man. First free throw is good. Willen narrows the gap to 33-29. And with 5:33 on the clock, her second free throw is no good. And we're going to have a foul called on Bella Hurt for coming over the back. So now Hurt and Evie Willen, each with 3 personal fouls apiece. For Harrison County, Lauren Hicks has 4, and Alyssa Williams has 3. Back in the game, Kendall Dewerson returns. Coach's daughter, a fine player, and a senior. So Harrison County leading by 4, and if the ball, 5.5 left. Banks, who's run the point most of this second half, brings the ball to the front court, gets to the top of the key, stops, pass to the far side to Risa Heimlich. Now a pass inside is knocked away and stolen by Bluegrass United. Into the front court, racing towards the basket, but missing the shot was Dewerson. Rebound was pulled down by Custard. Custard, a floater, so bounces out. That ball is halfway down before coming back out again. Evie Willen with the rebound. And now we're going to have a charging call. Yes, sir. Evie Willen charges over Banks. And Harrison County will get the ball back, but more importantly, Evie Willen now with 4 personal fouls. 18 turnovers have been committed by the Blue Hawks. Harrison County's committed 12. 9 and 2 here in the second half. 33-29 still the scorer. In the front court comes Banks. Drifts to the left side in front of her own bench. Now gets it back up top to Risa Heimlich. Risa back between the circles to Banks again. Now to the elbow to Custard where she's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be called on Gordon. That'll be Gordon's 3rd personal. Back in the game, Holly Rice returns for Bluegrass United, replacing Evie Willen. From her own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass will be Banks. Banks looking up front, gets it to Custard, whose 10-footer is no good, and the rebound brought down by Preston. Down by 4, into the front court come the Lady Blue Hawks. With the basketball, Rice inside the center circle. Drifts over to the right side, very long range, and now we're going to have a timeout called by Bluegrass United. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it as well. 4:24 left to go, your score. Harrison County 33, Bluegrass United 29. You're listening to Philly basketball on WCYN Sports.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And Mom and Dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars. I believe in always finding a way to do what you love. I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Your score, Harrison County 33-29. Each team has 3 timeouts left. Harrison County has committed a couple of fouls. 4 fouls have been committed by the Blue Hawks, and the possession arrow faces the Blue Hawks. And now a steal by Custard. Nice job by Keeley. She'll bring the ball into the front court herself. In between the circles now, facing a Blue Hawk zone. Of course, both teams in foul trouble, so no big surprise that both probably will play zone the rest of the game. Here's a bad pass by Banks. Loose ball picked up by Rice, who flies in and gets the easy layup. So Holly Rice gets her team back to within 2 at 33-31. Under 4 minutes to go. Banks with the basketball. Backs up towards the midcourt circle. Just yo-yoing the ball right now. Waiting on the Blue Hawks to come out defensively. She'll now get the ball to the far side to Risa Heimlich. Back up top to Banks. Down to the hands of Custard. As the Blue Hawks have, well, momentarily anyway, came out of that zone. Now they're back in it again. Custard, very good ball handler. Blue Hawks probably know that and know that they might as well just wait. Now Dewerson sneaking up on Custard a bit. Custard races around her, goes into the paint, lobs it down low to Williams. Her shot's no good, but she's fouled. And Alyssa will be going to the line. Foul that time is on Dewerson. That'll be Dewerson's second. So Williams to the line where she's 2 for 2. Those 2 free throws coming back in the first quarter. Her only 2 points of the night. 3:08 on the clock. First free throw by the junior is good. Now 3 for 3 from the line as Lauren Hicks checks back in with those 4 fouls for Harrison County. Coming back in, Bella Hurt. She has 3 fouls. 34-31. And a second free throw upcoming for Alyssa Williams. Free throw on its way and perfect. She is 4 for 4 from the line here tonight. Couldn't have come at a better time as she puts her team up 35-31. In the front court at the foul line is Gordon. Gets it to Evie Willen. Goes to the basket. Her shot rolls in. Evie Willen willing that ball into the basket. Makes the score 35-33 with 2:48 on the clock. Harrison County up by 2 and with the ball. Banks stops on the baseline, picks up her dribble, lobs it up top to Farrar Laws. Farrar Laws now gets it back to Hicks. Hicks at the top of the key, passes the ball to Custard. Whew. Boy, it took a long getting back to Keeley. She has the ball on the far side of the circle, now moves into the paint, stops and pops from 15, no. Rebound Bennett around, and Williams comes up with the board. Now a shot put up, no good, and it will bounce out of bounds. Last touch by the Fillies. Like a good neighbor, Joe Cochran with State Farm Insurance is there. Are you looking for a new quote? Give Joe a call at 859-234-3813. Joe always supports the Breds and the Fillies. Down by 2. Bluegrass United with the basketball as we approach the 2-minute mark. On the far side is Dewerson. Dewerson gets it back in between the circles to Hurt. Hurt in the paint to Gordon. Gordon goes down, puts one up, rolls off the back of the rim. Put back, though, is going to be good by Dewerson. Dewerson's first points of the night ties the score at 35-35. Into the front court come the Fillies. Trying to make sure we get the right shot off. For our Laws in the paint, ball knocked away. That was not the pass we needed. Turnover gives the ball back to Bluegrass United and a chance to retake the lead with 1:27 left. Top of the key with the basketball, Gordon. Gets it now to Evie Willen, who shot's too hard off the glass. Rebound put back up and in by Marty Gordon. And Marty Gordon gives her team the lead at 37-35. 1:06 left to go. Harrison down by 2 now. Pass to the left side to Farrar Laws. Now back up top to Custard, long range. Custard falls down and gets the loose ball, luckily, to Banks. Now a timeout called by the Fillies. It's going to be a full, so we'll take it as well. 55 seconds left to go. Your score, Bluegrass United 37, Harrison County 35. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Congratulations. You're officially an agent.
Sweet. I get one of those cool agent names, right? Like Viper or Shadow?
Well, Wayne, we're thinking you go by Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Wayne's fine, too.
With Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, there's an agent in every county who's involved in the community, which means you'll know your agent by name. In this case, Wayne.
I got it. What about 006?
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America, financing rural America's dreams.
Now the Bluegrass United Blue Hawks on a 9-2 run have come all the way back from a 5-point deficit earlier in the quarter to take a 2-point lead. Out of the timeout, Harrison County will have the basketball. At El Paracutan Daily Lunch Specials and the always popular buffet are calling your name. Plan to visit soon to the Harrison Square and enjoy a meal at El Paracutan. Ball comes inbounds to Hicks, up top to Farrar Laws, now to the right side to Banks. Banks throws the ball down low, loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Blue Hawks. And there they come with a 2-point lead. Evie Willen up the floor, and now we will have a foul on Custard. That'll be Keeley's first personal foul. Just a common foul. May Heimlich will check back in now. For over 70 years, Weber's Sausage has delivered the best Kentucky flavor to your breakfast table. From the first sizzle to the last bite, it's a taste you can trust. Find them in your favorite meat department. Clock down to 40 seconds. Blue Hawks with the lead and the ball. Evie Willen comes into the front court on the far sideline, now trapped. And we're going to have a foul called on Harrison County. It's going to be whistled against Farrar Laws. That'll be Farrar Laws' first. Still not time for the bonus. From the far sideline, Evie Willen inbounds the ball to Gordon. Gordon gets the ball down low. Going to the basket is Hurt, and the Hurt lays it in. Bella Hurt gives her team a 4-point lead at 39-35. With the basketball inside. Oh, and another turnover for the Fillies. We just can't seem to be able to hang on to the ball. And a foul called on May Heimlich. That'll be her third. Cynthia and the Hardys want you to visit them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner on US 27 South. They've got the best burgers in town. That's at Hardy's in Cynthiana. Going to the line will be Evie Willen. She is 3 for 6 from the line tonight. With 11 seconds, though, her first free throw is going to rattle out, no good. Risa Heimlich will step back in. Harrison County 2 possessions down. So we'll need to get the rebound quickly and get it up the floor. Several turnovers by Harrison County in the last minute. Second free throw is good by Evie Willen. And that'll put her team up 40-35. Here's a shot put up, air ball by the Fillies. And it will go out of bounds. Timeout called by Harrison. We'll take it as well. 4 seconds left to go. Your score. Bluegrass United 40, Harrison County 35. You're listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Farm Credit Mid-America, we're here to make rural dreams a reality. Whether it's financing your farm, expanding your agribusiness, or building your country homes, we've been proudly supporting farmers and rural families for over a century. As a customer-owned cooperative, we don't just offer loans and insurance, we invest in your success. Call Michael Furnish at 859-254-2741 or visit fcma.com today. Farm Credit Mid-America.
Custard shot is going to drop off, no good. Rebound pulled down by Doerson, and that will be the ball game. Harrison County falls by a final score of 40-35 to the Blue Hawks from Bluegrass United. Harrison County now drops on the season record-wise to 10-12, while Bluegrass United improves to 12-10. Tough loss for the Fillies, as it seemed as though they had the game well in hand, leading by 7 early in the the fourth quarter actually, but just could not put the Blue Hawks away. And eventually the Blue Hawks are able to turn us over several times inside the last minute to win by 5. Tough loss. I want to invite you to join us now for our post-game show. Go over all the scoring and stats from this game, as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. We'll also have a chat with Coach Watson to get his thoughts on tonight's game. Also want to remind everyone that the live YouTube broadcast of this game has been proudly brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau and Farm Credit Mid-America. Visit youtube.com/WCYN Sports. So once again, your final score from here on the hilltop. Bluegrass United 40, Harrison County 35. You've been listening to Philly Basketball on WCYN Sports.